Most students are not failing because they are weak. They are failing because they are studying the wrong way. You can study for 6 hours and still forget everything. Or you can study for 2 hours and remember more than ever. Today, I will show you a complete science-based system to study effectively, reduce distractions, and improve memory. Hello, my name is Dr. Asma, and welcome to Brain and Bank. So let's understand the real problem. Students think that they are studying, but actually they are just reading and forgetting. The biggest problems are distractions from mobile phone, lack of focus, passive reading instead of active reading. These are the three most important problems which I think should be addressed in my video and which I corrected for myself in order to achieve a high GPA and high grades. So your brain is not the problem, but your system, your way of learning is the real problem. So let's start with method 1. This is the method that worked the best for me. I call it distraction lock method. So in this method, I simply turn off the Wi-Fi, put my phone away and set a timer for 1 hour. Now during that hour, I focus only on one task. No switching, no scrolling, no distractions, just study. And I challenge myself to complete as much as possible before the alarm rings. So let me tell you why this method works the best. There is a research named Digital Multitasking and Hyperactivity. Now, according to this research, whenever people multitask, the cognitive load, that is the load on their brain, increases because the brain has to move attention between the tasks, which will reduce the overall cognitive efficiency. So in this study, they conducted an experiment on their participants. They reduced their smartphone usage during their study time, and this increasingly improved their performance. Also, I want to say that whenever you set an alarm, so your brain gets a signal and the brain says he has to complete that task before that alarm. So every time you set an alarm and study during that time, your brain will learn faster. I have personally tested this method and this worked for me the best. So I recommend you guys to try this method and then tell me your results. The key benefits supported by this research are longer sustained attention. Number 2, better accuracy and fewer mistakes. Number 3, faster task completion. Number 4, reduced mental overload and stress. In simple words, when you remove distractions, your brain enters a deep focus mode. This is where the real learning and productivity happens. The second method is known as the Pomodoro technique. Our brain cannot focus for unlimited time. So scientists developed a method called the Pomodoro technique. So in this technique, we study for 25 minutes. Then we take a 5-minute break. Now during your break, try not to use your mobile phone. Instead, relax, close your eyes or eat a snack, and the snack must be preferably a fruit. Do not eat junk food in this break. Repeat this cycle again and again. Now this technique will improve your focus and prevent your burnout, which most commonly occurs whenever we study for exams. Method 3. Method 3 is known as active recall and space repetition. Instead of reading notes again and again, test yourself. Close the book and ask yourself, what did I learn today? And then this is called active recall. After that, revise all you have learned after intervals to improve long-term memory, which is called space repetition. For example, today I learned a topic and then I revised it tomorrow. And then after 2 days, I revised it again. And after a week, I revised it again. So this way, the topic I learned will be stored in my memory for a longer time. And I can even give my paper without active revision. Let's see what research says about this method. Research says that combining both of these methods can not only improve the long-term outcomes in students but also increase their academic performance compared to traditional learning methods like reading books again and again. Both of these methods become more powerful when these are used together rather than using only one of these methods. So, for example, I have learned a topic and I actively recalled it. So, after 2 days, I will revise it again, and then after 4 days, I will revise it again. This will be in my memory for longer time. At the end, you don't need more hours, you need better focus. There is a quote I would like to share with you. It says that it's impossible until it's done. When I gave my exams, it was almost impossible for me to study during that period. But the only thing that saved me were these three techniques, which I myself employed them, and the results were amazing. So in the next few videos, I will share my journey with you guys, and you all have to try these methods and then tell me your results in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe and like my page. Thank you.